Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Kay Dion here, and I am so excited to be back with another episode of Channel K. So, for those of you who do not know, I am a manifestation coach. I specialize in teaching the law of assumption, and I am very excited to be here with another episode, further awakening you guys to the truth that your consciousness is God of your reality. You are the creator. No one has free will, and your thoughts are in control of everything. So welcome. I'm very grateful for you guys being here. I manifested you, but you manifested me too, right? If you are unaware, my text message coaching program is open. There are a few slots still available. So with my text message manifestation program, I will be working closely with you one-on-one to help you manifest your desire or to help you stay in alignment with your new story. We will be communicating back and forth via text, and I will be sending you voice notes to help empower you, answer your questions, or give you insights and advice when it comes to manifesting your desires. So if you guys are interested in signing up for a session, you will find all of that information down below in the description box. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's Q&A. This is a really good question that I got earlier, you guys. So can you explain why manifestation is about who you are being? Manifesting, it's not about getting something. It's about becoming someone. I tell you guys this all the time. In my things to remember when manifesting tape, one of the things that I'm reminding you guys of is manifestation is not about getting something. It's about becoming someone. It's not about getting money. It's not about getting the SP. It's not about getting the career, the car. It's about being the who knows she's worthy, being the man, being the woman, whoever. Like, sorry to be so blunt, but like, it's the truth. Manifesting is about embodying the state of having what it is that you desire and knowing that you deserve it, knowing that you're worthy of it, and expecting it to flow easily, effortlessly, and consistently. If you're playing a role of somebody who's insecure, not confident, not feeling worthy of your desires, have you ever noticed how like when you're in that energy, you don't get what you want? It's a journey for everybody. We have to go through trials. We have to go through cycles. We have to make mistakes. We have to experience the unfavorable circumstances a lot of times before we recognize, fuck, I don't like the way I feel. I don't like that happened. I never want that to happen again. I don't deserve that. A lot of times we have to go through that to realize, oh my goodness, I need to change myself. I need to change my self-concept. I need to change my mood. I need to change my personality, my identity, my way of thinking. I need to shift into being a person who knows that I deserve good things, who knows that I deserve what the fuck I want. So manifestation is about being the better version of yourself for you, first and foremost, but also so that you can get what you want. We're not just changing for a few days so that we can have what we want for a few days. It's really about naturally, dominantly, consistently being a better version of your self so that you enjoy your life experience, so that you have a more favorable experience in the 3D. I think that's the work that a lot of times is difficult for people, because no one is going to give you the permission to be the better version of yourself. You have to claim that I'm now the better version of myself. So yes, manifestation is about your state of being. If I manifest to be respected and my man doesn't respect me, does this mean to leave him? If he's showing up not respecting you, it's a reflection of how you feel about yourself, and it's a reflection of how you feel about him, and it's also a reflection of how you feel about the relationship between the two of you. Here's what I say, you guys. If your SP is showing up in your reality not respecting you, I would set a boundary. You probably don't have to cut them off, but set a boundary, go within yourself, and acknowledge the situation that played out in which you were not respected. Allow yourself to feel the feeling, the hurt. I've been there. I've been in a situation where my SP showed up in my reality being disrespectful as fuck. I'm just making sure we got audio. So if your SP is showing up not respecting you, set a boundary, take a break, reevaluate your self-concept, raise your self-concept, work on your fucking self, remind yourself that I am worthy of being loved, cherished, respected, honored, prioritized. I'm worthy of having a favorable and positive experience with the people in my life. Like, I don't deserve for my SP that I love, value, and respect to show up in my life not loving or valuing or respecting me. You have to take a break from that person so that you can remember who you are and what you deserve and what you desire. You have to take a break from the people who are showing up unfavorably so that you can get right within yourself, because you're creating the disrespect. Maybe you lost sight of that. Maybe you forgot it. Maybe you forgot that you're the operant power. Maybe you're in victim mode. Maybe you're thinking that the 3D is in control. So you have to remember that you're the operant power, and the person who's disrespecting you, the specific person, has no free will. So you got to acknowledge that and remember that, like, if they don't have free will, they showed up in my reality disrespecting me because of my thoughts about them and about me. Maybe your thoughts are limiting beliefs. Like, I don't think that this person can respect me. That's a self-concept issue. If that's what you're feeling, it's because you forgot who you are. When you remember who you are, you remember that, like, I am worthy of being respected. There's no reason why I should be walking this earth and manifesting and attracting people who are disrespecting me. I don't deserve that. If you lost sight of that, that's why you have to set boundaries, go within, meditate, and remember that you're actually worthy of being fucking respected. So be that version of yourself who is worthy and who is respected. I am worthy. I am respected. I am honored. I am chosen. I am prioritized. I am valued. And I'm always the best choice. You claim it. You get to decide who you are. So that's why I say manifestation is not about getting something. It's about being someone or becoming someone. We're not worried about getting the SP. We're worried about being the version of the man or woman who receives the best versions of people because we're worthy of that. Can I manifest many SPs at the same time? I want to know which one would be a better husband before I compromise. Okay, yes, you can. I've had multiple SPs before, girl. Like, there was a point in time where I had 3 SPs at one time. They all knew about each other. Everything was healthy. We were very honest and open. That's how I roll. I always keep it real with people. I always give people the respect to just be open and honest and tell them, like, hey, I'm dating right now. I'm not in a fully committed relationship at this time, but I am getting to know people, and I'm just like casually dating. So yeah, like, you can totally do that. Or you can create a reality where, you know, you don't tell people like, but I would prefer to be honest. I feel like honesty makes me feel comfortable, and it gives me clarity and peace of mind. And also it's a respect thing for other people. So you could affirm that every man in my reality is respectful, honest, marriage minded, consistent, and is always showing up in my reality as the best version of themselves. You always want to affirm that the men that you attract are healthy, wealthy, and healed and conscious of their worth and value. We only want to manifest positive relationship dynamics, right? That means that, like, as long as you persist in that story, you're going to attract multiple men. Now, it's up to you what you want to experience with those men, but at least you have options. And now you have the opportunity to compare and contrast, like, which, by the way, I always talk about this, you guys. Contrast is valuable. When you recognize within, like, your universe, within your 3D, what you don't want, it helps you clarify and identify what you do want. Because sometimes we don't know what we want until we experience what we don't fucking want. So as you are casually dating and sifting and sorting through your 3D as you go on these dates with these men, you'll be able to easily, over time, recognize, okay, I don't like this. I do like this. I don't like when he did that, but I do like this. You don't have to sleep with these men. If you want to, by all means, do what you want to do. Be safe and make sure that everyone's consenting, obviously. But, like, I'm just being honest. You don't have to have sex with him. If you want to, you can. However, you said, like, you know, your mindset is focused on identifying the husband that's right for you. So, you know, as you are experiencing and seeing and spending time with these men, that's what you need to be focused on. Like, I am worthy of having a healthy, loving, consistent marriage. All of the men in my reality show up as the best version of themselves and are marriage minded and are interested in engaging in a fully committed union with me. So yes, of course you can manifest multiple SPs. You have no idea how much of an effect your videos have. Thank you so much. You're very welcome. Like, honestly, I'm just being myself, and I'm sharing with you guys this amazing truth that I discovered by learning about the law of assumption. And I just feel like I cannot keep this to myself. I have to tell people about it. Like, what do you do if you've talked about your SP, so now your parents don't like them? Well, I just would stop talking about my SP to anyone, because it's nobody's business what I'm going through with my specific person. In my relationship, the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows, whatever happens is nobody's business. So that's first and foremost. I don't tell nobody nothing about my relationship. Maybe I might mention a few things to my best friends, which is literally 2 people that are highly spiritual and understand the law of assumption, but I don't really talk about my personal life, especially things that happen with my SP. I don't really talk about them. There are a couple of reasons, right? Because everyone is you pushed out. So when I'm talking to people about my SP, those people that I'm talking to are going to reflect back to me my own thoughts, which a lot of times is my own limiting thoughts, like my own bullshit thoughts, my limiting beliefs, my fears, especially if I'm talking about my SP in a negative way. Let's clarify that. Like if I'm speaking about my SP in a negative way, like if I'm complaining, they're going to validate the complaints and fears that I already have in my mind, which doesn't help me see my SP favorably, and it doesn't help me raise my self-concept or see them lovingly. Right? So the people that you're complaining to about your SP are going to reinforce the negative story that you are carrying, right? So it would be in your best interest to maybe get a manifestation coach and vent to that person about it, or deal with your emotions in private. And, when it comes to talking to your friends, like, only mention the positive stuff or don't say anything at all. And that means a lot of times that means that we have to change our lives. That a lot of times it means that we have to evolve into a version of ourselves that does not complain or vent too much about your SP. Like, I understand we're humans. I get it. Like, a lot of times we want to vent. We want to talk our shit. Like, we want to express ourselves. Like, we want to get shit off our chest or whatever, which you can do that. But like, you have to remember, if you are telling your loved ones an unfavorable story about your SP, you're creating a new narrative and you're bringing them into it, one in which is unfavorable, because now you're complaining about your SP and now you're creating a reality where they have to now dislike your SP. Now, you can reverse it all. You can change it all by affirming that everyone is in support of my relationship. Everyone loves my specific person. My specific person is respected, valued, prioritized, honored by myself and by those around me. You can totally affirm a new story, but I just try my best not to vent or complain about my SPs in the 3D, because it's going to take mental effort to overcome the consequence of the people that you're complaining to disliking your SP. Like, it's going to take time to overcome that, which means there's more mental effort. There's more of a resistance because of what you created in the 3D with them disliking your SP. So when you said, what do you do if you've talked about your SP, so now your parents don't like them? Then you need to affirm that my parents are over it. My parents understand that things happen in relationships. Sometimes people go through shit. Sometimes people argue. Sometimes bullshit happens in relationships. My parents fully understand that I was going through some bullshit with my SP, and now it's over. We've gotten past it. We've healed. My parents are accepting of my SP. They are proud of us because we've gotten through the bullshit. We've healed the bullshit, and they stay out of, they don't judge us as we're resolving conflict. And they're proud of us for having healthy communication, healthy dialogue, and solving our problems easily and effortlessly. You need to see your parents as people who support your relationship. My parents support the relationship with my SP. My parents are thrilled about the relationship with my SP. My parents are so happy about this SP being in my life. My parents see nothing but positivity when it comes to my relationship. Like, you need to change the storyline about your parents in relation to your SP, and also stop talking about your SP, because then you'll, obviously not have to deal with something like this in the future. I don't talk about my SP to anybody. You guys, sure, anytime I manifest something undesirable or unfavorable, I do not pick up the phone and start calling people and gossiping or venting it out, because you're going to have to clean that up later. You're going to have to mentally clean that up, which is more work. And it's like, we're already doing work every day in every way to be better versions of ourselves and affirming self-concept. So why are you going to add more to your plate? So you have to see your parents lovingly, and you have to see the relationship with involving your parents and your specific person lovingly. That has to be positive in your mind. Guys, it's 222. You probably just saw some text messages. Anyways, my SP said that he isn't looking for a relationship and only hookups. Is it still possible to manifest him? Yes, it is. However, if he's telling you he does not want to be fully committed to you, but he wants hookups, that's a reflection of you. You have some sort of belief or storyline playing out in your mind that you're only worthy of hookups, and fuck that. You're worthy of so much more. You're worthy of a full commitment. You're worthy of being a wife, a girlfriend, whatever it is that you want. You're worthy of having a relationship dynamic in which you are respected for who you are emotionally, spiritually, physically, everything, but like not just sex. You're worthy of having a mature commitment in which you are respected for being who you are. So your mindset is not there yet. Your storyline is not there yet. Your self-concept is not there yet, which is why you manifested the version of that SP basically showing up saying like, I only want to hook up. So don't be mad at the SP. Just see it as data, right? And I wouldn't even talk to him for a minute. I would focus on my self-concept and really work on my confidence. When I say work on self-concept, I mean like stop fucking with your SP for a little bit. It can be temporary, but you need to remember who you are. And the way you do that is by getting focused on the things that make you feel powerful, that set you apart from everybody else, your gifts, your talents, your skills. Do things for yourself that are going to make you feel good about yourself. Focus on your passions. If you don't know what your passion is, if you don't know what your purpose is, get a fucking journal. Start writing what you're thinking. Start writing your emotions. Start getting to know yourself and start talking to yourself in your voice notes. Cause that's what I do. Like sometimes I'm like, Kaylin, which is my real name, Kaylin. I'm like, Kaylin, what are you feeling right now? Like, what the fuck? Like, do you have in mind for the next 6 months to a year? Like, what do you want out of life? Why do you keep making these mistakes? Like, be honest with yourself. Why do I keep manifesting men who only want to fuck me? What does that say about me? Like, what is that showing me about how I feel about myself and how can I fix it? So, like I said, when the SP shows up in your reality, being like, oh my gosh, like I just want to fucking hook up, but I don't think I want a relationship. It's a reflection of you not feeling worthy of a fully committed relationship. So yes, you can manifest him, but you want to manifest the better version of him who respects you and values you, which means you have to respect you and value you. You have to get clear on what you want for your life, what's favorable for you, what's not favorable for you. You got to get right with you first before you start manifesting SPs and all this other shit. Like, you got to get to know you first. That's why your SP is not showing up favorably or how you want, because you haven't done the inner work enough to manifest the fully conformed version of the SP that you desire. So yeah, you could still manifest him, but it's going to be easier. You'll be more magnetic, attractive. You'll have more clarity. You'll be more powerful. Once you focus on you, you're worthy. And so if you don't believe that or reinforce it or remind yourself of that, you're going to keep manifesting the people who feel the same way, who don't believe that you're worthy. They just want something from you. You're going to continue to manifest the person who's like, oh, I just want to hook up and like have fun and and like they're not focused on your worth, because you're not focused on your worth. Everything's a mirror. So you got to like take a break from your SPs, which is hard, by the way. Okay, so you guys, let me just get a sip of my fucking coffee. Oh my gosh, let me change my battery too. Hold on, you guys. Okay, guys. When I say like set the boundary, take a break from your SP, like I know maybe I make it sound easy, but it's actually not. And I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you guys, because sometimes we can get addicted to the SP, right? Like maybe not even the SP, but we can get addicted to the game of manifesting the version that we want out of them. So it's hard for us to let them go because we're so focused on trying to manifest the version of them that we want. So it's like, no, I'm not going to give up or set a boundary because I want him to show up better. And so you're like you're checking the 3D for a change or movement or improvement. But that in itself is unfavorable behavior, because you're now, almost like being controlled by something outside of you, which is the 3D, instead of going within and affirming and persisting in the story that you actually want, focusing on what you actually want. sometimes we lose sight of what we want because we're so stubborn and we get caught up in the game of manifesting. I say game like very lightly, like it's not a game. I mean, it depends on who you're talking to. I don't really like to use the word game because this is real life. Like the law of assumption and manifesting is real. It's not a joke, but you can see it as a game for sure. But like sometimes the point that I'm making is sometimes we do get caught up in our specific person and we stop living life. If you've gotten to that point, then you need to take a step back, set boundaries, and remember who you are. Because your SP never has had any free will, but you're super hyper fixated on creating the change that you desire to the point where you're forgetting to actually do the necessary steps that you need to do in order to change yourself so that they can reflect the change within you. It's never about your SP. It's never been about your SP. And sometimes we forget because the SP and the 3D is something that we can see, but it's only a reflection of us. So the answer is always to change us. How do I know what to book with you? I want to book a class. Email me at coaching@kdion.co. And please tell me your desires and your needs and what it is that you would like to call into your life. Honestly, I just need a little bit more clarity on what it is that you want so that I can properly offer you the best program so that we can bring in your desire fast as fuck. Okay, so what if I'm blocked and my SP is with someone else? All right, so this question I get so many times, like about being blocked and about your SP and a third party, blah, blah, blah. I could easily say that you can affirm, like, I'm so happy and grateful that my SP unblocked me and that my SP got rid of the third party because my SP is annoyed with the third party. And my SP realized that the third party is nothing like me because I'm the best and I'm amazing. And my SP had an awakening. SP realized that they are very regretful and they do not want this third party, blah, 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 blah. You can affirm that. But let's actually tap into the real issue, shall we? The real issue is that you manifested being blocked and you manifested the third party because you didn't feel worthy of being in a healthy, successful relationship with this SP. And you also didn't feel that you were worthy of being chosen as the one and only partner for this SP, which is why the third party got thrown in the mix. So all of this stems back to self-concept. Your self-concept is not on point. So I want to stop advising you guys to affirm like, oh, third party stinks. SP feels that the third party smells like ass and does not take care of her pussy. Da, da. Like I literally could make jokes or like help you guys like affirm the most funny, favorable story about the third party. But the issue is really you. The issue is really that you're not feeling worthy and deserving of having a successful relationship with your SP. And which is why the third parties show up, which is why you fucking get blocked. You're probably sabotaging. You're probably forcing the 3D, controlling the 3D, trying to manipulate the 3D. You're probably chasing. All of these things result in being blocked every time. Like I'm telling you, I have been through SP after SP after SP after SP because I was chasing, I was forcing, I was unconfident, scared, fearful, insecure. Just all of this low vibrational, low self-concept shit was what I was dominantly feeling and embodying. I was trying to force or like manifest my specific person without using the law. I didn't want to be disciplined. I didn't want to wait. I didn't want to change myself. I wanted to force my SP to be who I wanted him to be in the 3D, and they would either block me or not hit me back up, or like there would be a distance, I would repel them. So I'm telling you that if you're blocked, and if there's a third party, it's because you don't love yourself enough to feel worthy of having your SP in a healthy dynamic. So you have to work on you, and you have to go within and address what it is that's blocking you from having that successful relationship. For me, I think I had this belief. I felt like maybe men are going to be intimidated by me, by my success. I don't believe that I can manifest a man on my level or beyond my level. I don't know if I'm going to be able to manifest a man who's going to understand my journey, my purpose, my level of ambition, right? Like I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to experience that. So I just would settle or accept whatever I manifested, even if it was low vibrational, even if it was abuse, even if it was disrespect. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know if I'm going to find a man who is going to be in alignment with my law of assumption mindset. I didn't believe that I could manifest a spiritual man. So I would manifest bullshit versions of men that were toxic, abusive, or maybe they were nice men, but just not good enough. Like didn't meet my standards, if is a better way of saying it. But if you're blocked and if there's a third party, there's no one to change but self. So you got to get to a point where you love yourself so much that and honor yourself and stand up for yourself and show up for yourself to the point where you're not ever going to manifest a situation where someone can block you, because you're not going to force the 3D, because you know your power and you know your worth. You're not going to like argue somebody or debate and go back and forth about your worth, because you know who you are and you're not going to argue about it. Like one thing that I have never liked to do is go back and forth about my worth and value. I'm not. It's okay. I have better things to do. Self-concept is the answer to get unblocked and get that third party out, And the funny thing is, by the time you get your self-concept on point, you probably won't even give a fuck about this SP or the third party. That's the true tea. Just paid my rent early. I'm so thankful for all the money that flows to me massively every day. So happy for you for paying your rent early, girl. Like I honestly, that is the most amazing feeling, to have your bills paid early, easily and effortlessly. You can relax and feel secure and just feel confident because you handled your shit. I love that for you. So always affirm, I always pay my bills early, easily, and effortlessly. I always feel safe, secure, and protected because the universe always has my back. Paying my bills is such an amazing experience because I always manifest more than enough money to cover all expenses easily and effortlessly. And I'm grateful and worthy of every penny. These are the things that I've had to teach myself because I used to not feel worthy of having more than enough money to cover my expenses with ease, which is crazy, but it became normal to me during a few chapters in my life. The old story, I normalized only having 1 or 2 bills paid and then being like, all right, fuck, I guess I'm just not going to have heat for a month. Or if I get evicted, I'll just find another place. When it's like, what the fuck? That doesn't make any sense, right? Like I'm willing to accept less because I don't know that I'm worth more. So this is why I do this inner work of reminding myself that I am worthy. I am deserving. I am worthy of having all of my desires and needs met easily and effortlessly. I'm worthy of having my basic needs met easily and effortlessly. Like, bitch, I'm worthy of having a roof over my fucking head. I'm worthy of having food. I'm worthy of having comfort, stability, security. I'm worthy of being able to just fucking relax and not stress about money and shit. Like a lot of us, and we can get into a whole video about this, a lot of us have normalized struggle. And when I got evicted and when I was losing money, losing things, losing assets, and just like being broke as fuck. Honestly, when I was broke as fuck for long enough to the point where I'm like, fuck, this is shitty. Like I got sick of my own bullshit that I was creating. And then I realized, wow, like I don't even have to live like this. Like I don't even have to feel this struggle or feel scared or be in survival mode. It was because I didn't know my worth and value. Hold on, you guys. We got a comment coming in. The audio cut out, love. Oh my gosh, did it? I didn't realize that one of my videos, the audio fucking cut out, y'all. Oh, sorry. Thanks for letting me know, guys. That's why I always be like, damn, do we got audio? Like, that's why I be like, what the fuck? Your wisdom is light years ahead of others. Bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What is SP, guys? SP means specific person. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner. It can literally be like your mom, your coach, your father, like your friend. Like specific person is a specific person that you're focused on in your reality. Like it doesn't have to be romance, by the way. Okay, how did you manifest your SP? I want my SP and I to be in a committed relationship, but I am struggling. So how did you manifest your SP? I fucked it up for years, you guys. I'm not even gonna fucking lie to you guys. Cause I didn't know myself. I didn't know my worth. I didn't know what I wanted in a relationship. So I was just accepting bullshit from men. I didn't realize that I didn't honor myself, value myself, recognize my worth enough to then attract a man who recognized my worth. It's taken years for me to recognize my worth. I had to step back from men. I had to set boundaries. I had to stop just giving men my attention because they asked for it. And I had to go within, do the inner work, analyze my wounds because of how people showed up hurting me, abusing me. I eventually realized that I don't deserve to feel like this. I don't deserve to feel empty, unfulfilled. I don't deserve to feel unworthy. And I was doing it to myself. I was creating the pain because I thought that I had to give away my power, then wait for a man to validate me. The whole time, the answer is validating yourself and loving yourself and giving yourself the same feeling that you think you're gonna get by being with your SP. Love you, but I don't need you to tell me who I am. I get to tell me who I am. So once I figured that out and decided to start making decisions for me, that's when I attracted the right man, the healthy man, the loving man, the consistent man, the respectful man, the wealthy man. That's when the massive shifts started to take place, when I recognized my worth and then in the 3D started doing behaviors that were in favor of me attracting good quality, high quality people. I started to love myself. So then my reality started to shift and mirror back to me, like people loving me, valuing me, respecting me, honoring me, and showing up for me and standing up for me. Not only was I excited and grateful for that, but you have to keep persisting in the self-love so that your energy has the capacity to receive the love. You get what I'm saying? Because not only do you have to know your worth, but you have to be ready to receive when other people show up recognizing your worth and treating you how you deserve and desire to be treated. It's really truly aligning with your higher self and having conversation with her and remembering, or him, and remembering that like, yo, we're worthy of something new. We're worthy of the best, and it's okay to receive the best. All right, you guys. So I really just wanted to quickly answer some questions that I have been receiving on social media. And once again, I love you guys so much for all of your support. Please be sure to leave a comment down below and subscribe if you are new here. And by the way, if you are interested in working with me one-on-one, all of my coaching links will be listed in the description box down below. So yeah, you guys, I love you so much. I'm excited to be a part of your journey of becoming a better version of yourself. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.